Hello everyone! Today Prim, Ink, Magic, Chatham, Milwan and R will introduce our environmental game called Exploding Kittens Pollution Edition.
The environmental issue our game intends to focus on is pollution. Pollution is generally the release of harmful contaminants into the Earth's atmosphere. Not only does it harm our health, but it also impacts the environment in numerous ways. For instance, pollution causes acid rain, climate change, heart diseases, lung cancer, and many more. As severe as the issue is, not many people are environmentally conscious, including Thais. In fact, in 2019, Thailand placed 28th most polluted country out of 98 countries, according to the World Air Quality Report. Also, Bangkok has always topped the list of polluted cities.
Our first objective is to design a board game that represents key pollution activities. We aim to meet our first objective by, first, creating the game by gathering data, selecting a sample, and creating a board game. Before creating a final version, our team members also designed and tested a prototype. The second step was to create a gaming guide explaining how to play step by step, and for the last one, we made a final evaluation of the game understanding. We assessed whether our group members, as well as the other 10 BBA students, understood the rules of the game by utilizing Google Forms to collect feedback. Our target group is group members and 10 BBA students.
Our second objective was to evaluate whether or not game players understood the rules of the game and knew how to tackle the pollution problem. We had three main steps to our methodology, which was to first make an initial knowledge evaluation by sending out a Google pre-test form. After that, we had students play the actual game. Lastly, we asked the students to make a final knowledge evaluation by filling out a pre-test form. Our target group for this was BBA students at the university. The result that we expect to obtain after implementing Method 2 is that players are able to understand the meaning and purpose of the game.
Next will be some benefits of our game. For social benefits, this is a new board game for environmental studies that could bring better understanding of environmental situation and consequences of actions, so that the players can be more aware of environmental concerns. Also, the economic benefit is that eco-friendly product market will expand. And for environmental benefits, this game could raise awareness of the effects of pollution, decrease activities that cause pollution, and improve humans' and animals' health.
After testing our participants' knowledge from the pre-test and the post-test Google Forms evaluation, we can conclude that our game is effective. This is because the participants were able to respond to the post-test questions with more knowledge on pollution and overall understanding of the game. Consequently, they scored higher than in the pre-test form.
In the future, we may be able to release a more informative version of the game with more effective facts on pollution to raise awareness and consequences of people's action on the environment.
Moving on to the final product for our game. This is the cover that we originally designed based on the original game. So this fits with the message that we're trying to convey. So the game consists of the cards, so here's the back and the boxes, and here's the front of the cards, and most essentially the rule card, which will be placed in the box. But moving on to the hero of the game, which is the diffuse card. So the purpose of the diffuse card is when you land on an explosion, like we said in the rule card, you need to use the diffuse card in order to survive this turn. And there will be many cards within this game that we cannot explain within this span of time. So we'll move on to explaining our variation first. So there's going to be 6 variations for the diffuse card. And these diffuse cards, as you can see, take a closer look. There's going to be an art that shows using sustainable products. So that's a method to counteract the explosion. And there's going to be did you know facts. Most plastics are made from fossil fuels. So these are facts that are about the environment and its issues and how to counteract them. And so basically that's how we're going to implement them into the diffuse cards. So moving on next to the attack cards, which are basically the causes for pollution. So the explosion card is like the pollution and these are the causes. So something like wildfire or PM 2.5 or something like construction or pollution from cars. So that's how we're going to cause the next person to reach pollution. So to explore or to lose basically. There's going to be 4 of these cards and the art is going to be representing the pollution that is present on each card. So there's also going to be did you know facts to kind of educate the person on whatever the pollution is on the card. So these are the rest of the cards, which its function will be explained in the rulebook. So these are to help you survive or cause the other players to reach exploding kitten, which is basically the game over card. So if you get this card, you can either use diffuse to get over it, or you either lose if you don't have the diffuse card, which is basically game over.
Lastly, we respectfully would like to thank our professors for providing us with helpful advice, encouragement, and patience throughout the duration of this project.